Okay, now I will show you how you can detect objects with Grounding DINO. So basically, using Grounding DINO models, you can detect objects with text prompts, just like in this example. You see there's two different text prompts. First one is black dog and white cat, and you can see the detections. So let me quickly show you what are we going to do in this video. First, I will show you how you can create a proper environment for running Grounding DINO models. You see here. After that, we will import few libraries, and I'll show you how you can download pretrained models. Here you see the model name and how you can load these models. And after that, you see there's one text prompt variable. You can add as many text prompts as you want. There's no limit. And this is our input image, and you can see the detection here. So hopefully you will get some results like this. If you want to learn more about Grounding DINO, you can read this article. I'll share a link in the comment section. But I'm not going to talk about any theory in this video. I will directly show you how you can run these models. And I will start with creating the environment. So if you want to run your models faster, you should create GPU supported PyTorch environment, and I have a separate article about this. You can follow this. It's not that hard. If you have NVIDIA GPU, you can follow this. So the first step, so if you want like GPU supported PyTorch environment, just follow this. And after that, clone Grounding DINO repository. I already did that. You see here. And let me show you this repository. Okay, you see there's few examples, and there are other applications as well, not only object detection. So you can check this. And there's one installation guide. I'll show you this as well. So you can check this repository. And so after you clone this repository, you should install the required dependencies. You can directly copy this toolline. And let me show you the requirements. You see here, we have few libraries like PyTorch, NumPy, OpenCV. And if you already installed PyTorch with GPU support, you can delete this too and continue. But if you don't want GPU supported PyTorch environment, you can directly copy this toolline and continue. After that, you should download the pre-trained model weights, but there's one problem. In documentation, they exactly said like use this, but it's not working anymore. At least in my case, it didn't work. Let me show you. Actually, let me search for this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, you see here, this link is not working, but you should go till this releases. Same here, just copy. Oops, sorry. Yes, here, and paste it. And when you go this link, there will be two different versions, two different releases, and under this assets, there's two different model. You can choose any model you want. You can, if you click one of these, it will directly download, but I already did that. I'm not gonna do it again. And after you download these models, just copy it somewhere. But don't forget the paths, because we will load the model later. And when you installing the required dependencies, if you get some error like this, you should export your CUDA paths. And after that, you should run this line again, exactly like here. By the way, this error is written in documentation. Let me show you that. Yes, you see here. No, yes, here. You see. So it happens to me as well. I just, export my CUDA path and it worked. So after you created your environment, just copy this cell. There's few libraries. But before that, you see there's Grounding DINO repository. You see this folder. I'll create new notebook. Yeah, for example, YouTube. And let me choose environment here. Yeah, I already created environment here. So let me run the cell. This might take some time. And let me show you, for example, there's one demo folder. There's like different demos, like you can follow this as well. So wait, something happened. Yeah, I need to restart my kernel because there's some problem. Okay, this will take, I think, 20 seconds. And I can copy this. Yeah, whoops. Oh, my bad, my bad. You have to create a notebook inside this Grounding DINO folder, not outside. Yeah, you can create outside. You can create the notebook outside of this folder, but you just need to change this paths. Yeah, you should say like you should put Grounding DINO like before this, for example, but there is no need. So this will take some time. I can copy this here. Like if you have GPU supported PyTorch environment, this should be true. Yes, you see. If you don't have, you can just skip this step, no problem. So this is the function for loading the model. If you have different model, you can change this. You can change this name, and if your model is in different path, you can change this path as well. So yeah, there's nothing special here. We are just loading the model. And if you have GPU supported PyTorch environment, you can change this to CUDA and CUDA. So let me run this and let me call this function. Okay. Yeah, there's no error, so we are good to go. But if I change this CPU, there won't be any error again. But since I have like GPU supported environment, I'll set this as CUDA. Okay, let's continue. Let me copy this. Yeah, the code is not that long. You see there's like 50 lines approximately, but it's very powerful. Anyway, let me continue. Here we have text prompts, box threshold, text threshold. You can change these values, and we have test image. I'll use this image first. Get dog. Okay. And you can, if you are interested, you can check this function. You can check the source code. For example, if you click load image function, you see there's, for example, like transforms here for normalizing, converting it to tensor. So you can check the source code if you are interested. And again, you can check this predict function. You see here input parameters and prediction codes. So inside this predict function, like we have model variable. You see here, we loaded this model, this one, and there is image, input image, this one, and text prompt, box threshold, and text threshold. So let me run this. Depending on your hardware, like it might take less time or more time. And let me show you the results. Yeah, you see black dog, white cat. You can change these prompts. It doesn't matter. For example, actually, let me show it in different image. For example, this boats image. Let me show you the image first. This one. I will let this prompt as like this. I'm not gonna touch. So there's no detection as expected. But if I change this to, for example, chips. Oh, I made some mistake. Chips. Yeah, you see the detections. And you can change it to, for example, Yatch. Did I write it correctly? I'm not sure. But you'll understand. Yes, I didn't write it correctly because it should be like this, I think. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you see the detections. Yeah, you can try with different images. But you can apply the same thing on videos as well. You just need to process frames one by one, and all the process is same. And if you are interested, you can check these demos. You see there's like different applications like image editing. You can check these notebooks as well. Yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. See you soon.